What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer, and I am coming at you guys with a brand new video. Today, we are going to talk about this video that I'm going to be responding to. Basically, a lot of people are having some pushback on Baldur's Gate 3 and the quote-unquote woke elements in it, which I find oddly suspicious because this is a D&D game. This is a game where you could literally be a demon from hell, a dragon person, an orc, an elf, any number of things. But I guess having a gay character or a trans character to game is one step too far for these people. So let's just put this in a proper context here. A character's sexuality they have a problem with, but they don't have a problem with playing a literal demon from hell. Okay, just to clarify, that's the problem. The sexuality, the demon from hell who literally does not give two shits about your sexuality. He'll fuck whoever he wants. That's a problem for some people. Just because he'll have sex with a dude. Let's just get into this video.
Hey folks, welcome back. I did not intend to make another video, but thanks to this comment right here, I'm gonna do it just to spite him. I don't care about views, you know what? I get subscribers, I get people joining my team. With every video I do, it doesn't matter how many views I get. Now this last video is game journalists love sexual depravity. This video is going to be from the gamer side, the Steam community for the game. And here is
the top posts. Some gamers got shocked when they discovered that their actions in Baldur's Gate 3 were leading to gay stuff. So gamers are not liking this. I mean, some gamers probably are, but we're going to go over, what the gamers don't like. Vote 1. This one says, remove LGBT content option in the game settings. So this guy, and there's a lot of discussion. He wants LGBT to be removed, which is not going to be removed because that's their bread and butter. But yeah, he's like, get this stuff out of here. I agree. You shouldn't be having that stuff shoved in your face constantly.
Yes, they're pushing LGBT plus stuff by making it optional. See, that's the thing I don't get here. Why is this a big deal if it's optional? Seriously, it's an optional thing that can happen. You could choose to be with a chick. You could choose to be with a demon. You could choose to be with a freaking dude. You could choose to be with multiple partners, from what I understand. It's not something that's forced in your face. What's forced in your face is the gameplay and the story, not the romance options. Those are optional. So what it sounds like is someone wants to have that stuff removed just because it makes them uncomfortable, even though if you think they were so hetero and they were so totally straight that they wouldn't have discovered the gay stuff unless they actually went out of their way to look for it.
And we're going to get more into that with some other tabs here. And another one, this game promotes sexual harassment. I thought sexual harassment was a bad thing that, people got on Activision Blizzard for sexual harassment in the workplace. And then if you could think of this game as like the game workplace, right? You have your party members and all the NPCs around you and everybody's coming on to you. That's kind of goes anti to what the whole sexual harassment thing is. So if sexual harassment is bad, why are you being pro that in all your games? It's mixed messages.
Now, I don't know what this one's talking about, because, again, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Don't have a computer that can run it. Waiting for it to come out on PlayStation. But as far as I know, the game doesn't sexually harass anyone. Or at least in the context that you're using it of, a workplace sexual harassment. I think, what you're trying to say is, characters will make a pass at you, like, oh, hey, there's stud. It's that bulge in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Or maybe it's both. It's something like that. Like, that to me is not really sexual harassment, especially in a freaking video game, because, that's just someone making a pass at you. Yeah, is it always welcome? Probably not, but, at the same time, I'm kind of flattered. Personally, that's how I've always felt in the context of a video game. It's if someone makes a pass at you, oh, it's just dialogue. It's just something that they're interested in you. Cool, I could live with that. But at the same time, I do acknowledge that if that is what's happening in the game, again, don't have any knowledge about this whole thing. Um, I can see it being a little problematic, but it's weird you bring up Blizzard because like we actually have proof of what happened with Blizzard. There was an entire investigation done about it. There was a woman who ended up killing herself because of all the harassment she was getting. And you're trying to say that everyone should be against harassment of any kind, which obviously I agree with that to a certain degree, but you're going to hold that against Baldur's Gate, but not Blizzard. That doesn't make any sense to me. You're basically trying to say, you're basically doing a whataboutism. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 does this, but, what about Blizzard? Or, vice versa. Just, yeah, I know nothing about this. If characters are being sexually harassed in a video game, it's a fucking video game. There's a difference between sexual harassment in a video game and sexual harassment in real life. And if I have to explain to you which one's worse, well, you need to be going back to school then.
And that's something, if you're not gay, you probably won't like this game. Something like that. And then, I really hate how sexual companions are. Yeah, like everything is sexual. Like, we're going to get into some posts here. So let's get into the first one. Horny but unappealing. For a game that is so desperate to have sex, it sure it's desperate to have sex, like the characters, and we're going to see that more in some other posts. But characters, this is going to be about how shallow the characters are. You have tons of characters in the game, but it feels like a very narrow selection from which to choose. You have two choices. You have the strong female, don't need no man type character, and the funny guy, because the funny guy is not threatening.
Have you ever heard this expression, what's unappealing to someone might be appealing to someone? I personally am in a camp of, I am a bisexual man. If a man can make me laugh, if a woman can make me laugh, if I could get along with them, I'm capable of being in a romantic relationship in them. Just because this person, and it's so funny because you are using these posts on Steam of all places as like, oh, see, people didn't like this. But it's like, how many of those people are actually out there? Like, is someone saying this because they legitimately feel like this? Or they're doing this to be a grifter? Because that is what could be happening here. Yeah, I just don't get why you think this is a gotcha moment. Why can't you, like, actually talk about the game itself? You're basically just going to this whole thing like, oh, I don't find them sexually attractive. Okay, what about the rest of the game? Okay, let's get past the horny part. How about the fact that this game actually is not your typical open world, third person, cinematic game? How about the fact this is kind of like, to put it best, at RTS turn-based game? How about the fact this is like an actual, pretty close to actual D&D campaign? See, this is the part I don't get. It's like you are not getting past the horny part, and you're holding that against the game because you can't get past it. Just like, I don't get that. If this bugs you so much, why make it a whole dedicated video about it? Why not just move on with your life? Oh, you didn't like this part of the game. Cool. Oh, you have problems with the rest of the game. Why not talk about that stuff? Right now, you are very focused on the sex, and I'm going to say it, man. I think it comes off as desperate.
Because he's funny, so he's going to be weaker than the strong female character, which they want. So he has to be funny. The funny weak guy and the strong, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I guess. So the funny guy with menacing secret eye, I guess menace, whatever that means. They may have different character sprites and voices, but that is it. So in this game, the characters are the same. No personalities. We have all this technology, but we are not making better games. We are making worse games. And I've had a ton of comments about how, I think my first Baldur's Gate video got like over 100 comments. And quite a few of them are saying just how much better and how much, I guess, based Baldur's Gate 2 is. Or Baldur's Gate 1. I think Baldur's Gate 1 is based. Baldur's Gate 2 had a couple things in it, but then Baldur's Gate 3 just goes off the rails. That's kind of the gist I remember from the comments. And then we'll continue on. Not to mention that a lot of them can be grating. Just annoying to deal with, hearing the characters. AI fed with tabletop podcasts feel like they're try-hard and bland. After coming from games like Pathfinder and Pillars of Eternity, this is a weird letdown for a game that really wants us to get down, yet provides us with such narrow range of options. So that's a criticism. Everybody's horny, but the game is very shallow. The characters are very shallow, and they all want to get with you. All right, this is what really got me. I saw this, and I was like, what's going on here? To the woke accusers, as much as I hate to admit it, you may have a point in some instances. This is somebody who's like, they don't like hearing the game get called woke, but now they understand. There have been a couple times so far where my character gets pigeonholed into either becoming gay, being whatever other derogatory word that I don't know what the word is, because it's just hearts, it's blanked out, and there's no in between. Oh, being an a-hole, I think that's what it means, being an a-hole. You're either gay or you're like a very rude person. No in between, okay. Right now, I'm in conversations with Gale, and he's telling me about his companion that he misses. Ugh. I mean, it's okay to miss, but you know how this game goes. It's okay to miss someone, but the way this game goes, you know it's something else, you know. And then he goes on how he doesn't have friends. Maybe he doesn't have friends because he's trying to get in bed with every single person he meets. That's the problem. That's the problem. No wonder you don't have friends. He asked me if he can count me among his friends. Okay. Now, being a regular old hetero dude would say, sure, bro. Yeah, sure. I wouldn't say bro because I get tired of every single comment. They overuse the word bro and bra and this Gen Z dialogue, this Gen Z type of speaking. But yeah, sure. But the only options I get are, one, of course, I hope we might be more than friends. No, that's weird. That's okay. So the first option is the gay option. The second option is that depends. What do you like about? Who would talk like that? What do you like about me more? That sounds like a woman talking. And three, I wouldn't call this a friendship, more like a series of necessary interactions. So he's like, no, we're not friends. I'm just using you as you're part of the team. I don't know. Then they say, come on, Larian. I don't want to hit on him, but I also don't want to be an ass to him. Where's the normal straight response? This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Yeah, I'm going to remind you in one of the last videos. I remember going to see someone stream, a friend of mine stream, and the first thing I see in the game is there's some big old tentacle monster
on the ground, and the second option says resist. The first option says lean in for a kiss. Like what is that all about? There's sexuality even on like tentacle monsters that are dying. Like, this is like a Pornhub game. That's what it feels like to me. But yeah, I guess there's no straight option. They want to discourage you from being straight. This game is as woke as I have seen. This is the most woke game I have seen so far.
Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid? It's not rhetorical. Answer me.
So, let's get this straight. In a game that's based off a D&D rule set, from what I've been told, it's woke because there's no straight option in romances, and a series that, from what I'm told, is not based purely on romance and sex. It's about saving the world and stopping this parasite, this kind of hive mind, from what I've gathered, kind of, taking over the world and killing everything. Yeah. This is why I can't take these people serious. I can't. I can't take you people serious. And the reason I say this is because you all have this narrow focus on sexuality. You will completely ignore everything else. You are cherry picking one freaking optional dialogue sequence in a game that's 100+ hours. By the way, taking context out too, in order to just make the game sound worse than it is. Not every fucking dialogue section in this game is, let's bang, okay? Let's bang, okay? From what I have seen people play, most of the dialogues are actually about story and characters and companions and their stories and all that extra stuff. But you found the one person who was sitting there complaining about there being some sexual tension and some dialogue. Yeah, again, this is why I can't stand the fucking right. This is why I can't stand, because they have to cherry pick every little thing and just make it sound worse than it is. This is the most woke game you've played. Jesus Christ, dude. It's based off a D&D campaign. Guess what? I hate to tell you this. It's kind of not a shocker here. D&D people, they get horny. Did you know that some people get horny? And some developers, they put in a little kinky action to make you feel good. But it's not the majority of the game. It's not the vast amount of wealth of content this game presents. But you found that one thing that sounds sexual, but take out the proper context. We're not seeing it play out. We're just being told what's playing out and completely removing context of the whole damn scene. Maybe this person led the character on into thinking they want to be in a relationship. That's a very strong possibility. Or maybe, and here's a shocker, this person is doing this yet again to grift everyone into thinking this game is more woke than it is, just so that they get some brownie points, or I don't know, they want a pat on their back from their dad who's like this super heterosexual, get this fucking gay shit out of my face, conservative, fucking redneck, gun toting, beer in one hand, a shotgun in another, man. I don't know. See why I don't want to cover this shit often? I really don't. It's because it's people just arguing about nothing. It's nothing. This is a fucking video game. And for some reason, I guess this escaped his mind. In a fantasy world, people get horny. But, you know, that's all the game's about. It's all about the sex. This is literally like Fox News level shit. I remember when Fox News was talking about this shit when the original Mass Effect came out. If I can find a clip about it, I will. But they just went balls into this whole thing, and they just said like, man, it's all about the sex. Can you play the game without the sex? Yes. Yes, you can. In fact, the game doesn't put you in a sexual relationship by default. You have to go actively seek it out. And this was, by the way, all back in the day when it was just like a blue alien side boob was considered controversial. And you know what? Originally, I was going to keep responding to this video, but I've decided not to because honestly, I feel like this is just going over the same shit over and over. Him saying that he doesn't like there being quote-unquote woke stuff or people want to have sex with the main protagonist even though he could be, you know, straight or whatever. Honestly, just, guys, it's just disgusting. This kind of behavior. I think what really bothers me is the fact these are the kind of people who will say, just take it out of the game completely. Just take it out completely. While sitting there saying they want the full vision of the game to be realized. Well, which one is it? Do you want the romance options removed completely? Or do you just want gay characters to be removed? Do you want trans characters to be removed? Do you want black characters, Latinos, Dragonborns? Do you want everyone removed who's not a white dude? And honestly, I think a lot of these people say yes. I think they'll say yes to it because they just basically want the same shit they've been playing for the last 200 years. I mean, obviously not them individually, but, you know, just straight white dude who gets to bang every fucking attractive female in the game. Just good lord. I'm actually glad there is a game out there that lets you have more variety, more options and romance options. And if you want to go down that route, maybe you want to focus more on your character build. Maybe you want to focus more on, you know, your skills and all that stuff. Upgrading your skills instead of focusing on romances and shit. So, until next time, guys, this is Stop PlayStation Gamer signing out. Telling you guys, you might want to check out Baldur's Gate 3. Looks like a pretty damn good game. I ain't gonna lie. Depending how it performs on PlayStation, TPG might be doing a live stream of it. So until next time, peace out. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all YouTube algorithm BS.